Hey and welcome to the MX-5 guide on Charlotte Roval. There is one general thing you have to keep in mind when you are driving this track. You want to avoid heavy attacks on the curbs. The car changed with the introduction of the new tire model at the start of the season, and the new tires don't like it when they get thrown around. Heavy hits will mess with your acceleration and lead to bad exits. That's why it's important to stay patient and don't overdrive the car on the entries. Let's see how it looks like. Approach turn 1 on the far outside and tap the brakes before you reach the 100 meter board. As mentioned in the intro, you want to avoid the raised blue curb. You get a cleaner line and can carry more speed out of the turn if you drive around it. You can use the green light on the right as marker for turning in. It makes the section easier since the upcoming apex is hidden behind the crest. There's no need to lift or to brake, stay on the throttle and aim for a tight line around the wall. We are heading towards the next turn, which can be tricky. You want to carry a lot of momentum deep into the turn since it's quite long and you want to avoid additional throttle inputs. I'm using the bridge as marker to lift, tap the brakes with minimal pressure and aim for the curb. The key here is to be patient. I'm still braking, but as you can see, it's not even hard enough to activate the rear lights. Stay calm and let the car swing to the far left. As we know, the car understeers a lot, but at the same time we want to accelerate early onto the next straight. That's why you want to swing to the outside and raise the pressure on the brakes shortly before you reach the blue line. Take your time, wait until the car turns in, and engage the throttle once you know you will hit a clean exit. You don't get punished for using this area. You can ignore the curb and use the space to carry more speed out of the turn. Swing to the outside again. I'm using the kink in the wall on the right as marker to find my braking point. The line follows the same principle like before. Swing to the outside, brake to turn the car nearly on the spot and accelerate closely around the apex curb. The closer you can get to the wall, the better. Just keep in mind that getting too close can also risk your race. You need to find a balance. Once you accelerate, you want to stay on the throttle. Attack the inside curb, push the car to the left and stay on the throttle until you reach the crest. You can use the crest as marker to lift, but it's not a reliable marker, because every lap can be slightly different, depending on your entry, the conditions of your tires and so on. Try to develop a feeling for the turn and lift while you let the car swing to the outside again. You want to get close to the wall, maybe not that close when you are in a race, but you get the point. Now comes a key moment which can gain or lose you a lot of time. Stay off the throttle, wait until the car turns and try to hit a perfect acceleration point which lets you drive onto the oval without lifting. In my case it's quite early as you can see, somewhere around here. You want to aim for a tight line around the barrier and stay on the throttle until you reach the oval. In case you miscalculated the initial acceleration point, you can make minimal corrections by adjusting the throttle input. Sometimes you will get close to the wall, that's why it's important to practice this corner. You don't want to lift in the last moments of the entry onto the oval. Those late corrections will cost you a lot of time. You lose momentum which you will never catch up. That's why you need to focus on the early stages of this turn. And we are heading into the chicane. Use the 2 and 100 meter boards as markers, engage the brakes and aim for a clean entry. Don't take any risks and overdrive the car here, mistakes will be costly. Avoid the raised blue curbs and aim for a clean entry. I'm also staying in third gear, because the second one slows the car down way too much, which leads to a bad exit. Coast, be patient while you turn the car, and aim for a clean exit. Avoiding the raised curb gives you a nice and clean run onto the straight. You need to be careful in case you hit the curb. Being too aggressive on the throttle while hitting it can trigger a spin. Stick to the left, you can use the cones on the right as markers, hit the brakes and aim for a clean run through the last chicane. Avoid the race curbs one last time and try to keep your wheels on the track. Many people forget it, but this is also the place where your quali lap starts because you want to carry as much speed as possible into your hot lap. Make sure you don't make any stupid mistakes in your warm-up laps. You will have many close calls with the wall around here. Use your throttle for corrections again and avoid the brakes. And that's the lap. The cockpit lap comes up next. Thanks for your support on YouTube, Twitch and Patreon. Check out the description if you want to support me and don't forget to drop a like if you learned something new. I wish you all the best for the next week and see you next time.